The shadows stretch out like your faraway gaze. I reach for the stars, but they slip through my hands. The night is too quiet, no one understands. Oh, I'm longing, longing in the pines for a love that was yours, a love that was mine. Every needle that falls feels like time's sharp line. Oh, I'm longing, still longing in the pines. The wind hums a tune, it's a song you once knew. The moon's just a ghost and it's haunting me too. The crickets all echo the sound of your name. Each whisper reminds me I'm not quite the same. I can't shake the stillness, the ache in my chest. The pines hold my secrets, they know me the best. Oh, I'm longing, longing in the pines for a love that was yours, a love that was mine. Every needle that falls feels like time's sharp line. Oh, I'm longing, still longing in the pines. Oh, I'm longing, longing in the pines for a love that was yours, a love that was mine. Every needle that falls feels like time's sharp line. Oh, I'm longing, still longing in the pines. The wind hums a tune, it's a song you once knew. The moon's just a ghost and it's haunting me too. The crickets all echo the sound of your name. Each whisper reminds me I'm not quite the same. I can't shake the stillness, the ache in my chest. The pines hold my secrets, they know me the best. Oh, longing, longing in the pines for a love that was
Friends,
yours, a
how is everybody doing today? Welcome back to Phil Plays Bass. AI vocals, they're still not there yet. Like, it just doesn't sound right at all. Let alone guitars. But there are some instruments that do pass a bit more than others. But vocals, there's still something that just sounds. I mean, I am using the sort of cheaper generation for now, the free tier. But once I go to the full stuff, I don't think I'll be particularly impressed. There's still something that's uncanny about AI vocals. Welcome back to the stream, guys. I was just playing a little bit, figuring out, it's a Saturday, like Nate says. It's nice to just have a little bit of time to sort of settle in nicely into the weekend. Although that's not going to be the mood for the rest of the stream. I finally managed to extract this bass line I really wanted to have a look at. So that's going to be an intense stream, guys. And I'm not going to stop until I've got this figured out. So strap in. There's not going to be a warm-up today because I want to jump straight into this thing. How is everybody doing today? Nate, Mike, Akil, thank you very much for joining, guys. Obviously, always appreciated. Thank you very much. You guys are the lifeblood of this stream. Much, much appreciated. This. Right, so like I mentioned yesterday, there is this guy who's a colleague of mine in London. Very, very, very good bass player. And he just, every now and then, he just pops up on Instagram and YouTube with just really outrageous arrangements / bass lines, and they're just really, really tasteful. And his name is Eduardo Bombacci. Eduardo, if you're watching, thank you. Thank you for this, because this is really, really, really awesome. I will play you guys the original line. The original, I think it's about 30 seconds long, which is not the craziest thing. You know, we're in our sort of Emeline Fougeray format here. It's just relatively short-ish videos. It's not a 7-minute bass solo. But boy, is it tasteful. I wonder if I should try and find the. I've obviously got the video properly recorded. Just a screen grab of Instagram is basically what this is, but I would need to find a way to add it to the screen. Give me just 1 second, guys. Sorry, I should have done this before. Why have I not done this? Macro screen capture, blah, blah, blah. application capture. Capture. QuickTime player. Yes. Okay. Right. There he is, the man himself. If I can macro screen capture. Okay, there she is. Just reduce the screen size a touch so I do get a little bit of screen time myself. Alright, so here's Eduardo playing. I don't know what this thing is. It's got to be some sort of anime meme internet thing that I'm not aware of. That's fine. You know, it's alright, cool. So it's a little bit on the sort of just about annoying, but the bass line totally makes up for it. So here it is. I cannot wait. Literally cannot wait to transcribe this because immensely reusable. All of these lines. I even commented on his, the Instagram post, just telling Eduardo, I was like, dude, I'm totally transcribing this, and I'm stealing it for myself because this is awesome. It's really excellent stuff. So we're not going to watch the video, so I don't get biased with the finger positioning, blah blah blah. I want to figure all of that out by myself. I don't know much about this la la boo boo, but the bass makes me want to do the la boo doo doo. Yeah, dude, same here. Same here. It absolutely makes me want to do the boo boo, the la la, whatever. I don't know what this is. It's got something to do with the the little animals on the on the headstock. Apparently they're like, I don't know, some sort of phenomenon. They're la boo boo. La boo boo. I tried to look for the tune. I was like, is this an actual song? I don't know. I'll have to ask Eduardo. So it's very funny. It's a little bit kind of annoying. It's going to get annoying because obviously this stuff is going to be on repeat for quite some time. But the bass line, guys, we can all agree this is pretty sophisticated stuff right there. All right, let's get straight into it. I've only listened to this 5 times, maybe, just passing, trying to record it. So I haven't actively listened to it. So this is about as fresh as it gets when you hear something that sounds interesting. I'm fresh. All right, action cam. I hope you guys are ready. Okay, we're going to try it full speed first, and then we'll see how we get on with that. Okay, first of all, what key are we in? Apparently we're in D minor. Put us squarely into the F major sort of we're in F major, but the tune starts on the 6th degree, I think. My God, this is going to be entertaining. To me at least, hopefully to you guys as well. Volume's a bit low on my end. Alright, can you guys hear the bass? Is the balance okay between the tune and the bass? Are we okay? Does it seem synced up? Mike, you are 100%. We're not in F, we are in C. You're 100% right, Mike. This is the kind of mistake I make all the time. All the freaking time. I just wasn't hearing that sort of oh no, I'm really stupid. I did play a Dorian and went, well, obviously this is a Dorian shape, so this is obviously the Aeolian mode. A clear lack of focus has been sort of the thread throughout my life, all the time. But Mike, you were 100% right. We were in C. My apologies. As per usual, Mike, you've got a great ear or a great theory. I don't know. You picked it up quicker than I did. Picked up on my mistake quicker than I did. And it does start on D minor. So we've got a 2, 5, 1. So we are in C major and not in F major. Even though F major is part of the chords. Okay, I'm not going to try and salvage it. Big mistake. We were in C. Okay. That's what I'm hearing. A little bit of a ghost note there. It's pretty nice. Another one of these immensely reusable fills right here. So we're in G dominant, the 5th degree. It's a very, very nice fill, that. A bit of an approach note coming from the bar before. Really nice way to get to C. So G up the octave, G down the octave, hammer on to A, immediately on to D, back to A, this is a really, really common, kind of gospel-y, soul gospel way to approach a chord. You're on the 5th degree of the next chord, the dominant chord. All right. Another one of these. We're going to start. Where are we going to start? Like I said, this labu labu thing is going to get very annoying very quickly, but we should be able to get over ourselves on that one. Hopefully. I wish I could just remove them, these la la boo boos, but hey. So we get to C and chromatic walk up from D to E flat to E, which is basically the major third of our C chord. Very, very common decoration. Very, very common way to decorate a chord. It's not particularly part of the bass line, it's just you're highlighting the harmony in a rhythmical way. And then I think he's doing a walk up. Immediately the string immediately below it. B flat A. And then what happens afterwards? And that's one of the good ones. I think that's what's going on. Let's see. Yeah. So in terms of chords, we go from the 2-5-1 down, down. And then we're back on the 1. In this case, we would be on the 6th degree of the scale, but in this case, it's a dominant chord rather than what should normally be the case in a more diatonic sort of harmony. It's a brilliant bass line that can make us endure those vocals. Hopefully, Mike. We'll see how we're doing in an hour or 45 minutes. But yeah, it's a really, really cool bass line. And what it does is 2 power chords. Sorry, the thing is hiding. We don't need to have the amazing slowdown that big, do we? No, we don't. It's there. You guys know that's what I'm using at this point. So 1 5 8, 1 5 8, but in E flat. Why E flat? I don't really know, but it does work really well because I think we're going back down to D after. That's it. It's just one of those approach chords that suggests that are we kind of out? Are we out of the harmony again, or are we in? We immediately go back to. It's a very common thing to do in gospel, to approach a note by its sort of a semitone up. This kind of stuff. Very, very gospel thing to do. So. All right, let's give it a shot. Oh, there's something a little bit dodgy going on there. Dodgy in the best way. Good. Good. It might be an open E. Yeah, I think that's it. I've never really done this before. That's interesting. Or it could be an open A. It's more treated like a ghost note than it is a yeah, it's an open string, but it's used more as a ghost note than an actual melodic device. Ever watched The Walking Dead when Negan put Daryl in the closet and made him listen to a really irritating song 24 hours a day? Oof, that goes back like 10 years probably since I've seen this show. It wasn't that easy street. Good question. This Lebu stuff is certainly very metal. A kill. How metal is that? You mean the trend or the bass line? Such a happy little song, but yeah, even Bob Ross on repeat is enough to drive a man insane. It's true. Happy accidents. Gotta hand it to Phil and his dedication, though. This is a prime example of why I use Moises to strip out vocals, etc. Yes, dude, for sure. For sure. I'll stomach anything for a good bass line. That is true. Mike says, A flat. A flat or aber? Have we switched to Latin? Let's get back to it. Oh, Mike, you were asking if it was maybe an A flat. We will check with the screen later on. Could also be a D. Okay, shall we? Let's just do it. I missed it. It is an E. It is an E. So it is an open E. And it works. Major third. Why not? Why am I playing? Yeah. So simple, yet so cool. That's something that I just really love. Creative ways to ways to move from a chord to the other. Here we're in G dominant, clearly. And we're essentially just playing the whole scale, the whole Mixolydian scale. Apart from the flat 7, because Cs don't usually like to have their fourths, C major 7s, sorry, major 7 chords don't usually like to have an 11 in there, as in a fourth. It sounds just a little bit dissonant with the rest of the context, so people usually try to avoid playing the fourth in a major 7 context. So and now we get to the beast. Oh. Okay, let's move to the next chord. Oh, there's a little ghost note in there that's absolutely delicious. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Can you hear it? Bum, bum, ba 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 da dum. Oh no, there's more than that. It's got to be slowed down a little bit. Oh, It's not. It's. So he skips a note, which gives it this really cool sort of bouncy. So bumped, bumped, bump, ba ba bum, bumped, bumped, bump, ba da dum. It's not bumped, bumped, ba 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 ba. That's boring. That's boring. It's dum, dum, da da dum. And the dynamics. Eduardo plays with the dynamics just really, really tastefully here. It's just the bass line is really, it's really alive. You know what I mean? It's like it's got just a really nice. It's got really nice dynamics lying on top of the notes. It's really, really beautiful. Well done, dude. Damn, how did you come up with that? It's awesome. Okay, let's try and sing it first. So we're in A. A dominant and a bunch of flat 9 of sorts. I'm not going to slow it down just yet. I think I've got it. Okay, let's just slow it down to check that I've got the right notes. Can't hear a thing with these la do blah boo boo. Yeah, so very bebop kind of line. But I know Eduardo is a big jazz guy, loves his jazz, has probably transcribed loads and loads of jazz, and this is clearly an example of that, a very tasteful example of that. Yeah. Oh my god. Where is that coming from? Before that, what is going on there? So we're in A, and apparently we're in A7 flat 9, because as we go up, so just playing 4 sharp 4 5 7, major 7 8, and then down 8 5 1, and then straight to that flat 9, and then we do a little bit of breaking here, which gives us this really nice effect. So I'm playing all these with just one single stroke of the index. Basically just raking on the G string and D string. So going down the scale, and then this lovely approach to the 5. So flat 5, flat 5, 7, flat 6. So it's a flat 13 as well. Down to the first degree of that A, the root note, and then a minor third. So we're in between. So it's definitely an altered chord, since we've got flat 13, flat 9, sorry, flat 5, flat 9, flat 13, flat 7. Yeah, it's a pretty altered chord. So and then land nicely on that D. And then again, this weird B flat. Melodic minor. Some could be in the sort of sharp flat 7 flat 5 dominant, 7 flat 5, or Lydian dominant. Let's find out. Oh, it's so tasty. Okay, I think I've got the notes, but so what does that make? What does that give us? B flat, major third, with a 13th in it. natural 9, dominant 7, put off to get to the 13th, and then a nice walk down the scale. So I love this sort of kind of barred approach to it. It's a quartal jumps. They jumps in fourths, which give us this really angular, really out there sound. So we are technically just in a regular just a regular B flat 7. It sounds like it's completely jazz, completely just crazy, and it turns out to just be the B flat 7, just played in a really interesting way. Wow. So it's a secondary dominant. Sort of. It's the... yeah, that B flat 7. No alterations, and it works. It's crazy. And then he plays some harmonics as well. Let's go back to the beginning a little bit, because if I want to learn this thing, it's going to take a little bit of repetition. Okay, let's try and do full tempo. I'm curious. It's going to be a train wreck, but let's go. Ah! What's the point? What's the point in playing it this fast, Phil? Come on. Why? I know what he's doing with the harmonics. I think that's what he's doing. What a cool bass line, man. Jeez. Wow, 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 wow. We're nearly there, actually. Very cool. There's that one. I keep messing up. Here. Okay, 26 seconds in, we are nearly there. That's some pretty decent transcribing session. That. Where am I? Yeah. Just all the way up to the end. My God, that is mental. Whew, let's take a little break. How's everybody doing? Oh man, that was intense. That was intense, but that's really, really good. I'm quite happy with how quickly this stuff is seeping in. Transcribing bass. Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's second nature, but some of the days, you know, when we were transcribing some of the AI stuff, some of the bass lines are so counterintuitive. So, like some of the patterns, they kind of, you hear them, you're like, yeah, I've heard this a million times, and then you try to transcribe it, and it's just, there's something that isn't quite right. That really puts you kind of in a strange place. But yeah, Kill, the Boo-Boo's got Asian lore, and do we know what kind of Asian lore that is? What sort of lore? Labubu. It's just a cute little animal, I guess. But why any other of their 100 million iterations of Japanese culture producing cute animals? Why? You just never know. Sometimes things just take a life of their own, and that seems to be the case for this this bad boy, Labubu. Shall we do some research? What is Labubu? Okay, cute Asian animal alert. Not again. Okay. These are just the dark corners of the internet, man. Right, okay. Yeah, cute. Sure, you'd give your daughter that when she's, 4, 5, 6, whatever. The rise of Labubu dolls explained on YouTube. Okay, I'll save that for later, guys. I'm not. Oh, whether Labubus. We'll watch that later. I'm absolutely not interested in doing that on stream. But now I'm curious, stupidly. This is how you get baited into watching stupid stuff. Fall victim to it so easily. East Asian it is. Duckling maybe no more. Is Duckling in the chat? Oh no, I haven't seen him yet. Mike, I have an image of my wife stabbing me in the back of the head. Jesus, Mike. Stabbing me in the back of the head with a butcher knife, and the judge saying, "Before I sentence you, Mrs. Anthony, just tell the court what you did it." And she says, she says to Boo-Boo, it was just getting too much. His obsession with this tune became immensely destructive to everything and everyone around him. It was either that or I would set myself on fire. And people call women dramatic. Imaginary, hypothetical wives, by the way. Like, I'm sure your wife wouldn't set herself on fire over a Labubu song. But maybe go to jail, because that is pretty annoying. The bass line, though. The bass line. Going back to what you were saying earlier, Nate. All the young females are into these things. You can dress them up and buy accessories, sheesh, for them. For real? What, like little Coke bottles? June 3rd. Well, yeah, obviously I'm a little bit late to the party, but the viral sensation has people lining up overnight to get their hands on one. You kidding me? The Boo-Boo is the it girl. Here's why. I don't need to know why. Okay, I know this exists. It's in the sort of periphery. I now know that this is a trend, not just an internet trend. Not so much the palette cleanser that would have gone for, as we are finishing up this awesome transcription, and hopefully we are able to exercise the Labubu stuff out of our brains after this session. Guys, I appreciate you sticking with me, even though I'm taking you through some super weird stuff. But at least the bass lines are good. Win some, lose some, I guess. Labu Labu! Oh my god, this is horrific. I'm probably going to be the one cracking before you guys, it seems, because you guys can tune out. These are like the Gucci slash Gucci handbag Beanie Baby toy now. And we thought the Stanley Cups were silly. Crazy bassline for a cartoon monster or whatever that thing is. Right. Where is this coming from? It's possible that Eduardo just put that thing together as kind of just like a meme, or, you know, in a way to sort of get a bit of virality. Obviously his playing is just like excellent playing. Like rivals the best players I've heard, like no doubt. Not that I'm surprised. He's always been, as long as I've known him, he's always been an excellent player. But this particular instance, I was like, oh, bro, like this is another level. If this bassline exists, I want to know what this is. I want to know where this is coming from. But if he created that himself, I'm like, oh, bro, that's another level of creativity, of just crafting your own bassline and just this cool little, you know, relatively simple sort of jazz harmony underneath. But all these, that bassline is just, it's nuts. It's really, really awesome. Could never come up with that sort of stuff. LV Prada, gotcha. They are like high-end, super expensive Beanie Babies, yeah. Designer toy. Oh my god. It apparently has an evil version too. I'd pee my pants even if I saw its normal version in the night. Indeed. I would recommend Advil this evening, friends. And maybe a glass of scotch. I'm not advocating for drinking, but if you start hearing voices in your head, yeah, just hit that on the head immediately. Go to bed. Do not spend an evening with these guys screaming in your head. I feel like I'm literally just putting some evil in the world by transcribing this tune now. No, I'm putting some good in the world, right? Because the bass line is good, and that's what we want to focus on. So it's essentially a metaphor for the world, you know? What do? Do you focus? Do you keep your attention squarely focused on the bad stuff? Or do you try through the bad stuff to wade through all the stupid, horrific stuff that happens in the world and go to these little nuggets of gold? Let's go for the nuggets of gold, friends. And let's forget about the voices. Not tonight. Something like that? Ba-boom. Is that possible? There's a little double stop that he plays there. Oh no, I had to go back to the action cam. Sorry, boys. My bad. Sorry. Action cam. Could it be very well could be that. Nice little flat tritone inversion type of thing. So we've got a sharp 5, my bad, not tritone sub, a sharp 5 or flat 13 with a major third. Yeah, I knew this. I know that. It's just this shape. Could be that, I think. Yeah. Oh no, this I've got to cut this last one. It's creepy. Let's start here. Ooh. Let's slow it down a touch. Okay. Right up to the end, there's a cool bass line, and I didn't realize at the time how surrounded by these creepy little monsters it is. Go ahead and do. Maybe we can just skip that one, right? Yeah. Let's just skip that one. All right, big recap. Let's see how we're doing. I'm gonna play it at 80% speed. Whew, need a sip. Sip of this. So I guess I'm not trying to get advertising onto the stream, so I'm drinking off stream. Basic your basic energy drink. Holy hell, some of these are fetching $200 to $500. Are you kidding me? East Asian stuff always creeped me out. I love how I love how you make a distinction. Not to sound, like I don't make distinctions between different cultures or anything. I don't want to be insensitive at all. Quite the opposite. But I love that, for us, you're like in India, which is just essentially the other side of the planet, or sort of the other side of the planet. I'm just like, that's pretty far east. It's like, no, nope. This East Asian stuff, it's not the same. And I'm not saying you are. Obviously, you're not. The same cultures. Boy, dude, it's like walking on eggshells these days, huh? This Labubu could make up cool Michael Myers type stuff. Yep. Reminds you of like, what's that video game called? Five Nights at Freddy's? With these weird like animatronics, like, yeah, animatronics type thing. It's already a creepy thing, right? It's already a feature of in movies. You had the what's his name? The lovely yellow bear that loves to eat honey. Come on, what's his name again? He's yellow. He's got a red shirt on, no trousers. Not that it's relevant. It's a kids' show. Honey Boo Boo? No, what's his name? Not Honey Boo Boo is another meme. Anyway, there was a horror version of this. Winnie the Pooh. Okay, that's it. Winnie the Pooh is the name of this thing. There was a horror version of that where the Andy. No, I'm thinking of Toy Story. He leaves, and then the toys are left to sort of fend for themselves in a cabin in the woods for some reason, and then it turns into this slasher movie. Pretty mad. Can only imagine what doll walking up to me with a Michael Myers mask mic. I can only imagine that doll walking up to me. Yeah, thankfully, it's just in your imagination, dude. East Asian horror is definitely cursed. You should watch it one someday, Phil. I did. Dude, I loved the Ring movies, which were essentially the sort of... What, when I do this? I'll do something with my hands? Obviously, thumbs up, we know that, but... Okay, fireworks. Well done, guys. You accompanied me through a weird sort of kids-friendly version of hell. Sorry, only kids allowed version of hell. East Asian horror. Yeah, I loved The Ring, which was called something else. But yeah, that's the sort of original... That's the moment where people realized in the rest of the world that Japanese horror movies were awesome. And it started, obviously, a series of... started a whole franchise that Hollywood sort of latched onto with The Grudge. But essentially, the original Ring is classic, man. And some of these... my brother's a big anime fan, and he still has loads of his books stored in my shelves here. And some of the Japanese horror stuff is pretty, like, it's really, really imaginative in a creepy way. Yep. Winnie the Pooh, that's the one. All right, let's give this thing a go. Don't be too hard on me, guys. All right. 75%. Okay, I'm not gonna go mental. Let's see how much of this I retain on third, fourth, fifth, 10th playthrough. Sorry. Well, I think I'll need a bit more practice off screen with this thing. Maybe at tempo, I reckon. couple of playthroughs. Guys, you don't mind me? I'm just going to go into a bit of a mode for 5 minutes and just let this thing sort of loop through. If you guys want to tune out for a little bit, that's cool. Totally understand it, or at least the volume down. I want to kind of see how I remember it, basically. Okay, 85%. Let's go. No, not the ending. Not the ending. Absolutely not. Store that in there. Oh, let's go. Now. Still that second part, it's not quite labu labu. No, that was terrible. One more time, guys, one more time. It's getting there. It's getting there. That was a pretty good bit of transcription. Whew. My brain's a little bit fried now, but my fingers aren't really. So, I will find a way, guys, to turn this into something else. I reckon I'll come up with a basic backing track with some pianos, a little bit of drums. That way we can extract all of this boo-boo nonsense and focus on this awesome bass line without the accompanying brain rot. So I guess that's something to look forward to. On the in other news, guys, I'm just going to take a break from bass for a minute because yeah, I love doing these sort of quick-fire transcribing bits, but they do make you go a little bit. Yeah, they do melt your brain a little bit after a while. Behold, the ukulele of doom. Don't worry, I'm not gonna play it too long. It's just I've been spending literally just days and days, all my days, working on this thing, and I've nearly got an actual working prototype. The problem is, yeah, that's it. The problem is note recognition. It's a bit random. Yep, okay. And it plays the chord. Did you hear that? For some reason, it's not picking up on that particular chord. Sometimes it does. See what I mean? It is working, but not really like, not the way you'd want to. It's not really picking up on the... seriously, look at the size of my fingers on this tiny thing. So yeah, a friend of mine really wants to get this. Yes, Mike, this is part of the app I'm making, but it's basically a version that is taken out of the authentication flow, which means you don't have to be logged in. It's not tracking your data. It's not tracking your progress, basically. It's just so I can give it to a friend of mine who wants to send his legions of ukulele students to try it out and to basically give him some feedback, or give me some feedback on it. So underneath this, there will be some, something where you can put comments or something like that. Oh no, but then people would need to be logged in. Maybe a Trustpilot thing. I don't know. I still have to think about that. The problem is the node detection is not really reliable at the moment. And since that is the core of the thing, if that doesn't work, that's a bit annoying. And there doesn't seem to be a way for any sort of lightweight program to detect when you play a chord. It can't really analyze properly and extract the notes and compare it to the question, the thing you're comparing it against. So it might have to be sort of outsourced to maybe some AI, maybe an AI that takes in a video feed, looks at your fingers, and somehow deduces that you're playing the right chord. But we're still, I don't think AI has got the sort of training data in it to do all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm working on it, and I just want to get it to a place where I can at least go do 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 do, and it just detects it. If it's the right chord, it will pick it up. For now, you have to just play 2, 3, 4 times, maybe just get the isolated notes. So work in progress. I'm only showing this to you guys because that's why there hasn't been any updates on the app just yet. Because if I can refine this product into something that is actually really usable, I think it might be a first one to market type of thing. Very small scale, right? We're talking ukulele type thing, so it's super niche, but also play with frequencies. But frequencies are not really a problem, I think, because the user will play with a wide range of quality of instruments. This one apparently it picks up some notes 2 octaves lower, because it only hears certain frequencies that really come out first of this thing. So it thinks it's playing like nearly bass notes, because it's hearing the frequencies wrong. Well, yes, technically there's something to be done with that, for sure, in terms of frequency. But for the time being, I'm going to go have some food and get some rest. But I will be playing with the Labubu song again tonight, guys. So I'll come up with a backing track. That way I can practice it and I can give it to you guys. If you want to yourselves give it a shot, they'll be there. Because I think they're really cool bass lines. And if you know what they are, if you can analyze them and understand the harmonic, the theoretical aspect of it, then you can take these little lines and reuse them to repurpose them, essentially. Laboo laboo. Why did I just do that on you guys? I'm really sorry. Although the bass line was just too good to pass on. Come on, man. How often do you hear that nowadays? It's just so refreshing. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. This was Phil Plays Bass with my good friends Akil, Michael, and Nate. A bit of a quiet one today, but usually I think it's usually a little bit quiet on the weekends. Weekdays seem to be a bit better. We are nearing the official episode 100. Will happen in a couple of weeks, guys. After that, I reckon I will take a little break because it will be time for me to really, really start practicing piano loads because I'll have to start giving lessons in early September. So maybe I might even stop a little bit before that. It'd be a shame to stop before episode 100. But I will probably take a couple of weeks break whilst I sort of find my bearings around all of that. Basically my timings, which might still change a little bit, some reorganizing. So I'll be knee deep into some admin stuff as well and relearning the piano. Yeah, we did miss Jeff today. Hopefully he's got, I don't know, some cool stuff planned. So yeah, guys, don't be surprised. At some point in the next 2 weeks, there will be a bit of a proper break, and then once all of that new stuff is out of the way, I'll be able to get seriously back into the stream. But for now, our regular programming continues, probably tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, etc., etc. Guys, thank you for joining me today on this very intense transcribing session. I'm happy. I was confident that I could do it in an hour. It's not perfect, but I do have the notes in there, so I can come back to it, no problem, and consolidate all of that. Thank you all. I will see your friends either tomorrow or Monday. Probably tomorrow, because I like it. I like streaming, so it's probably going to be tomorrow. Alright guys, have a lovely, lovely weekend. Lovely Saturday at least. And I will see you most likely tomorrow. Take care guys. Doodles.